Do I think we had an impact to elect a Democratic senator in Michigan, Alyssa Slotkin? Yes, absolutely. Do I think we had an impact in Arizona? A Democratic senator in Arizona, Gallego? Absolutely.
Overall, crypto companies contributed 1/3 of all direct corporate contributions to super PACs. Of the 29 Republicans and 33 Democrats the industry backed in congressional races, 85% won.
It's incredible.
So you see this election as a major victory?
For sure.
But some people will look at that and say, you teamed up and bought an election.
I think voters voted. We educated voters, as many industries do, about candidates.
This has been and continues to be about price suppression. When I was watching the 60 Minutes episode with Ripple, it continues to be about price suppression. So a couple of things that we have to remember that has taken place that got us here. Okay, so Trump won the presidency and will be sitting in the seat at the Oval Office come January. I know people are upset about that. And a lot of folks do not want to hear the line about, I grew up in a middle-class family one more time. So that took place. So that's definitely a catalyst for not only the crypto industry as a whole, but that affects the entire investment finance industry completely. So that is a big deal. So next thing that we have here is the battle that is back and forth between the government and Ripple. So the government recently appealed, and it's just one of those things that we continue to see that the government is trying to find every single way to suppress anything that Ripple has going on. And I was thinking about that. I was like, ever since 2021, I've been holding XRP, and now we're at this spot now that at some point, XRP is going to see the $3.40 mark again. It's just one of those things that we have to look forward to see in the near future. So price suppression is definitely a thing. The 60 Minutes interview was not necessarily about showcasing Ripple and XRP and the ledger and the stuff that they've been doing in the best light. It's really about what can we do to keep you from being successful, since you beat most of the cases that we had when we had you in the room, the ring of lawsuits, throughout the last couple of years. So that's been, a thing. So the other thing too to consider is what this means for you as a holder. So if you've been holding XRP for a long time, and with the recent approval of the stablecoin, that's going to be really, really big. We're going to see potentially some incredible prices for us as we continue to invest, if you are investing in XRP or if you plan to invest in the actual stablecoin itself. So it's just one of those things that when I think about it more and more, and you see the fact that this particular Ripple XRP, or if you want to add Hedera Hashgraph or Quant, or what else we have in there, Algorand, and all the coins that are XDC, all the coins that make up the ISO 20022, and those that are going to allow us to have a faster way and a more efficient way to do cross-border payments in the future. I think it's going to be absolutely incredible what we're going to be able to experience. So they laughed at the internet when the internet first came out, and now it is one of the biggest things that we use to communicate and do a lot of things, right? And email, in the beginning, it was like, well, we're always going to do it the old way. And now we have individuals using email and other forms of communication to make it a little bit easier. I'm sure they had things to say about Instagram when Instagram was transitioning, or even when Netflix was transitioning into the streaming stuff from the DVDs. And so all these major technologies, however you want to look at it, they were all at some point ridiculed. Even when the phone became an audio player and a phone, with Apple when it first released that, wonderful, not necessarily collaboration, but that candy bar that had all these things in one device. Some people were like, well, I don't know if that's going to be a thing, but pretty much every phone does very similar things when it comes to that. So whether it's the camera, whether it's the internet, whether it's communications on the internet, whether it's video conferencing, all those things took a hit before they became a big hit. And that's where we are. So when we look at the Ripple and what they're considering to do by revolutionizing how we do cross-border payments and really uprooting and replacing potentially the SWIFT system, I think it's going to be something incredible to watch in the near future. So this 60 minutes interview, to me, it was like, why are we even here? Because it doesn't really sound like you're really trying to promote what Ripple is doing in a positive light. Because as soon as the interview started, or the 60 minutes episode started, you know, you started seeing the price tank, and then it tanked some more. And then I think it was maybe 1 or 2 days later when they announced that the stablecoin was officially approved. Okay. Then you saw the price, you know, start going up again, all-time high from what I've seen, according to the chart. You know, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. It was somewhere around $3.40. It reached somewhere around $2.82 recently, something like that. But the thing is, if you're considering to, so by way of being tactical a little bit, if you want to say that, of course, it's not financial advice, as you're considering what you're doing with Ripple or maybe Algorand or Cardano or any of the coins that are in the top 20, 25, give or take. I don't know where XDC falls on the list. Algorand is definitely up there. Quant is up there for sure. I'm not sure where Quant is, you know, on the list. But you have these ISO 20022 coins that are potentially going to make everything awesome for us when it comes to sending financing or funds or what have you to families and friends or whatever, you know, across the world. And I think that's going to be a beautiful thing. So what is next for Ripple and what is next for the SEC? Well, the SEC is going to continue to do their best to suppress anything that Ripple has going on. And even when you heard the conversation in that particular interview for 60 minutes, it is almost a suppression of the entire crypto industry, because there was a question about, you know, should we take your industry seriously or something like that, you know, in a particular conversation. I think it was something that we didn't really need, because the it's almost like, you know, shifting or slowing down momentum when it comes to things that we're trying to really embrace and enjoy about the crypto industry. So I don't think it was necessarily a positive thing to even experience that. And if you were a holder and that shook you out of your position, then you really have paper hands, you know, as a holder. Because if you studied and researched and looked at everything that Ripple has been doing over the last couple of years, and I've been really quiet about my holdings, you know, for some time. You know, I didn't sell, you know, during the heart of, you know, the pandemic, if you will. I kept everything that I've had, and now all those things are going up, because everything is going up right now when it comes to the crypto space. So as you, if you held in the 60 minutes interview, which is mainstream media, which I don't really watch like that, made you shake out of your position for you to consider buying again, then what did you really research to hold your conviction and the things that are happening in the crypto space? So I don't think there's anything that's going to make me shake out of either, you know, Bitcoin or Ethereum or Cardano or Algorand, or what else am I holding? Ravencoin, you know, which I'm a big holder, and Ravencoin. So these things are going to continue to be things I'm going to add to in some way, shape, or form in the near future. So let me know what you think about the 60 minutes interview. How do you feel about cryptocurrency right now that everything has gotten a major boost ever since November 4th? We'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Also, check out my book, 12 Rules for Propaganda, Link in the description below. If you like this video, please make sure you like and subscribe. Also, click here and check out this video. And until next time, take care.